here comes the consolidation part. So for example, like you had a discussion with your senior developer and he told you like, okay, that's really nice that we have developed our first shippable product in time, but I feel like we need some changes. A lot of places are not very Julian. uh, so for example, I will just discuss those. So now for example, the senior developer is talking with you. So the first thing is we have that logic of testing 0 and 1, and we put that in a constant variable. So in future, if we add more stuff, then what to do? Like we have to add stuff in that list, and then also we might need to improve in other places to check also those tests. But rather, why we didn't take the advantage of Julia's own type. So Julia has a type called Boolean, and we can just use that. And for an example, as in the API doc, we can see we can provide true, t, or 1 as a string. So it's fair to, if we just write string and then Julia's value true, it should convert that Boolean value to string true. So we can quickly insert that in our dictionary in the param to dict in that place. So we are going to consolidate that part, and then we are going to test that and ship a new version with a minor update. So I'll just comment it out because we don't need, and we will delete that letter, or maybe just we can delete that. We don't need that. So, and then the things I have to change is any kind of booleans should be boolean or nothing. Bool is a type, and then bool is another type. So we can check true is a bool, and which is true. So that's the type we want. Now we are providing boolean or nothing, and now actually the check boolean values, we don't need that anymore. So what we will do, that first we get the field value here, and then if the field value is not nothing, so we put that field name in the string, and then we check it. So here we don't need to check that anymore. Rather, what we have to do, we have to do another if the field value is a bool. So what we do, we end it, and we have to add that string as a string function with converting that true value, true Julia type, to a string true, which the API want, or else we can just provide the real value if it's not a boolean. So that's it. And the if start here, so we have to end that. No, we already end that, I guess. So it's already fine. So that end here, that if, and that if end here, and that for end here. So that's it. And now we don't need to check the boolean value anymore. That goes away. And we don't need to test the boolean values anymore. that test goes away. So now we can test the new functions again. So I'll just run the whole function. So I'll just restart that. Control J K, Control J C. And this kind of things happens a lot. You will find it in your work that you shipped with something, you're very happy, but in some cases someone has a good suggestion. So it's always like to review your code or consult with someone, and a lot of company does the peer programming. In that case, like one guy is like, or one person is writing and another person is having a look, and that is also another good way to do. So I'll just activate dot the environment, and then I will run the whole code. You need to test the change, but in that level, so we can go to run test, and that param to dict, and everything should run fine. So I'll run the test. It might blow, might not. Yes, it blows. Param to dict section. Index error bool 5. So the reason is now we can't provide, because that is now the type boolean, so we can't provide that. So that test is also goes away. We don't need to test that, or we can provide that true, actually true. So we'll just save that. For now I will just comment it out to check if the first part runs or not. So that passed, and I will just delete that boolean values check, and the second part of the program is that one, and I will just run first test. And trim user false, and that param to dict, that will not throw error because we already removed the boolean values. So actually we don't need that anymore. Test, you can see like now the testing are so less just to change one logic, and that's fantastic. Now we just have to do trim user should return string true. That's what we expect, and we will provide trim user equal true. So we provide the Julia syntax with true, but when in the dictionary it should convert that to string true when we receive that, and that's what it should be. I will just check the name, so that trim user, which is fine. So I'll just do the test, and it blows up. We can check the error. Credits not defined. It's in the 21 line. So run test. Okay, so last time you notice I was changing the names and I keep that mistake, so that should be params not cred. so I'll just run it again. And the test failed. So the reason is, we can check package timeline error during testing, and expression param dict equal expected, and evaluated is, so the evaluation failed. So it was include RTS 1. Also, the reason is here now we should provide true false inside of the for the default values too. So I will go to just in the collector, and the trim user, that one should be 0 means false, exclude replies 1 means true. So what we can do, first we can create a value of the type and then test it. So in the run test, what we will do, we will just keep that, and we will create that param to dict. Without testing first, we will just print that and see the result, what it shows. Print line, the param to dict. And now we can run the test. So it runs and it returns include RTS 1, count 100, trim user true, and exclude replies true. So that should match with true. That's what the mistake. We just figured it out. And the trim user also should be true. So now we can test that. So you can see now we have so many less tests, and tests are passed. We have now only 4 tests instead of that so many 7 tests, and I think that looks a good design now. And we will also test that, and for now I will just print that and I will comment it out. So print line tweet, the first element, the first tweet, I will just print it to check if everything works or not. And that blows up. What is the problem? The begin end. Maybe it's loading the data from the Twitter API, so it's taking some time. So as you can see, we have now so many less tests, but also that test failed. And the reason is attempt to access element 1, array any 1. Maybe you can just return the whole tweets. Maybe providing only true doesn't work. That takes a lot of time. Oh, okay, so that's a lot, and everything passed. So we can see the tweets and it works. So I will now ship the actual the latest product. So I'll just comment it out because we don't want to test that again and again. I have limit for the tweets. So I'll just go here, I'll see the status, and I will just maybe something need to delete. I will just check. We don't need that. We can just keep everything like that. In the collector function, we have changed the default values. Everything looks good. Yes, so we haven't changed anything, so everything looks fine. Now we should go for the commit. So git add the modified, so that's added. Git commit, and changes is in the test and collector. Message is consolidating the project before deployment, and I will push that. There was some problem. I will just run it again. What's happening? So, oh, there is git no, and then I have to end that. So that's it, and then git push origin master. Now I will also tag that with a new version. Oh, but we forget to add the tag. So it happens, and that's fine that in the live version that I was able to see that it happened. So I will just change the tag, and in the project file I will just add new version, and then I will just go there. I have to do another commit. Git add dot -m, and then changes is project, and message is changing to latest version. And I will do git push origin master. Okay, everything updated. Git tag v, now it's 0.1.3, 0.1.3, and then git push -- tag push. So now our product is ready and shippable, and that was one of the final version of that part of the collecting tweets. In the next part, we will see how we can extend that and implement some other functions, converting this dictionary into Julia's own data type, and add more other functions for the user to make it more user friendly, so that if they want them as a string or JSON file, they can download them as JSON, or if they want them as Julia's type and do more analysis on top of that in Julia environment, they can also will be able to do that. So in the next video, we will have a look on the post-processing part of this tutorial. Thanks for watching. I will see you in the next video.